Let's cast.
Let's podcast.
Oh, good job.
So,
Already, that is what, 30 seconds in?
Okay, well,
that's Mike. I'm dying.
This is a three-way podcast. We're not doing intros yet because we're still able to say what this even is. It's a three-way podcast, right, guys?
Yeah, and this is Mike.
This is Aaron.
Russell.
Evan.
Shelby.
And today, we're going to talk about all sorts of stuff. Iron Man 3, finally.
I'm sorry.
Xbox One, which came out news-wise yesterday. And a bunch of other shit that sort of pisses me off a bit.
YOLO!
So you guys ready to get started?
You should see both movies. Okay.
Woo! Just ignore Aaron.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you guys want to talk about first? Because there's a lot of stuff.
Well, I mean...
What did you say? Give me a quick recap.
Do you want to go Iron Man first? I mean, we've been waiting...
We've been waiting for nearly a month.
Yeah.
Alright, so Iron Man 3, and everyone thought it was the best of the three, so...
Does everyone here agree?
No.
Best of the three?
No.
I love it, but I got really mad at the ending.
Why get mad at the ending?
Because it's stupid that he's like I love the love stories. I love love stories over everything. But like that was the one time I'm just like, no, you're fucking Iron Man. You can't blow up your robots. Like you're not supposed to. No, fuck her. Like you are Iron Man. Like
see, but here's the thing: he's blown up his robots and gotten rid of them so many times in the comics. It's not really unheard of.
Really? Okay.
Well, most of the time it's because his robots get turned against him.
But even so, like I was also upset that he got his heart back, like, or he got a new heart.
That was a little weird, I'll admit.
That was bullshit.
He can be War Machine, but like it's still stupid. Like that's his thing.
I know that he also gets his heart like fixed in the comics too, but I don't remember how that goes down.
Well, I'm pretty sure it wasn't last minute. Oh, last 2 minutes of the movie. Hey, guess what? I'm fixed. I'm done. You know,
the comics aren't a movie though, so
yeah. Well. Shut up. they go through 3 movies where he can't fix that, and then the last 2 minutes of it, oh yeah, I'll decide to do it now.
Actually, yeah, it is kind of like, why can he do it now and couldn't before?
Exactly. I don't think it was a matter of couldn't, I think it's just a matter of he didn't want to at the time.
No, I think
well,
they didn't. I don't know,
when he was like, you're gonna die, like, in the second movie, it was just like, you're going to die. Like,
yeah.
You'd think then he'd be like, man, I should probably get this checked out. Seems like a good idea.
I want to say he was more focused on just being Iron Man and being a hero and wasn't really thinking about consequences.
He created a new element to fix that.
Like, the entire beginning of the movie, he's all like, shit, I'm dying. And then he's like, I'm gonna go race because I'm dying. And he could have been like, I'm going to go to a hospital, get this shit fixed, and then I can still be Iron Man and be a badass.
Let's be fair, though. Iron Man 2 was probably the weakest of the 3.
Yes,
it was
definitely
good, but the weakest of the 3.
Yeah, I agree.
I still think Iron Man 1 was better than 3.
I'm a bad person, and I
could see that argument. My biggest problem with 3, and it actually isn't a problem at all with the movie, it's a problem with just my viewing experience, is I've watched Memento so many fucking times that I couldn't picture Guy Pearce as anyone other than Leonard Shelby from Memento. So, like, he shows up and he's like, I'm this bad guy in this movie. I'm like, no, you're not. You're going to forget what you're doing in 5 minutes. You're silly. But
and then he ends up, like, shooting laser beams out of his mouth.
Yeah, I mean, he ended up doing a very good job. Like, I thought the villain was just well done. But, like, the first, like, you know, good hour of it, I was just like, I don't believe you. You're not a villain.
Okay, so then question for you guys. Ben Kingsley's Mandarin. What are your thoughts?
That was amazing.
He was good, but I think it was overhyped. Going into the movie, everyone said, oh, it's amazing acting. He was good, but I think it was just overhyped.
But would you say that it ruined the movie, him not being, like, the main bad guy?
Yeah. I can definitely see Mandarin fans being pissed off at that. And
well,
I thought it was
for you personally.
I thought it was a cool
the
twist.
Mandarin is an established comic book
I would have liked.
He is.
Like,
we'll explain in a second. We'll explain in a second.
Iron Man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like the twist because I didn't see that coming, and which is kind of a hard thing to pull off in movies nowadays.
But more so coming like.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming, but at the same time, he was a cool villain.
Especially because they kept that under wraps so well. Like, for example, the Star Trek movie, like, a lot of the stuff was leaking out all the time, and all that. And I know Batman had some stuff leaking out for a while, too. And this one, the twist, like, they were really good at keeping it quiet.
Yeah.
Not really.
I thought it worked. It's one of those things where if you're gonna take a modern version of Mandarin and not speak over other people when they're trying to talk, that's
Jackass.
I like how you're trying to always talk over other people.
No, I was just talking to Evan quietly, so it probably
This
didn't.
this is gonna pick you up though. It's gonna confuse everybody.
The blue ball sees all.
Isn't he's an established character in the comic books?
Yeah. In fact, if you look at all of Iron Man's rogues gallery, most of them are just guys in suits of armor. Mandarin's like one of the few who isn't.
So he's just. So the fact that it was a ploy was like a big deal
For the people who know the comics. Yeah.
Really? Okay, so he was he wasn't just a ploy in the comic books. Correct?
Yeah, he was actually like a real, legitimate villain.
Okay. So
like
was he like the same person, like in that, except for?
When they show the like promotional work for it, like all the trailers leading up to it and all the stuff before the reveal happened.
But that's what the Mandarin looks like in the actual.
For the most part, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's more Asian, but for the most part, yeah, that's pretty much him.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of saw it coming from a mile away, but
then again, you did take a while to see it. So.
I don't know. I could see it. Like it was pretty obvious when fucking whatever Guy Pearce like shows up and he was all like hitting on Pepper. I was like, he's totally the villain. And so then,
well, I kind of figured it was gonna be like a double villain.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I didn't see that coming.
When the one chick was like, "Oh, my boss is working for the Mandarin," I'm like, I don't think so. I think that your boss, if you're working for Guy Pearce, I think he's the bad guy. Like, he seems like the bad guy.
But you're saying that because you know the actor's Guy Pearce.
So? Like, I thought I could tell that.
That's Law and Order logic, where if there's a celebrity in the show, they're clearly going to be the killer.
Well, I guess, but like Ben Kingsley's not like unheard of, you know.
Yeah, but they purposely put him in the villain role to be like the red herring. You wouldn't have expected that.
Right. I don't know. I could see it coming because I just like. Because I also, at the beginning, he was talking about how, like, ghosts of his past coming back to bite him. Well, the Mandarin wasn't really a ghost of his past, whereas this guy was. Whatever his name was, like, I don't remember the villain's name, so I'll just keep calling him
Aldrich Killian.
Yeah, Aldrich, that's it.
The dude who can shoot flames.
He was a ghost of his past. Like, they wouldn't have had that beginning sequence if he was just a minor villain.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, the ghost of your past come back to bite you in the ass, and that's because, you know...
Okay, I'm going to keep this moving along because we do have a limited amount of time for you guys. So, okay, so...
But still, I'm going to give it a thumbs
up.
Well,
another twist I want to go over real quick before we move on is, it's not really much of a twist, but more of just a pleasant surprise, was the larger role given to Pepper.
Yeah.
Because she got to try on the suit a little bit, she ended up saving Tony's life at the very end in a very badass way. What are your thoughts on that? Like, should she have died? Should she have?
I liked it.
Was it good?
How did she know how to use the armor so well immediately? Even though looking at her, it didn't look like she knew what she was doing.
Well, she didn't. She wasn't really flying or shooting laser beams except the one time she accidentally
just using it as much as she could, and then she like used it to save Tony's life that one time.
But, yeah, it was mostly just for protection, not really for utility.
Yeah.
I liked it. I mean, I thought it was cool because I kind of thought that like Pepper just like. Especially in the second movie, she just sort of was like...
Useless.
Yeah.
I know in the comics, Pepper actually does end up becoming a person who wears armor known as Rescue.
Okay.
Or the armor was called Rescue,
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, there's that. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty cool idea to do it. I'm glad they gave her a larger role. That, you know, women getting more power in the movies. Let's do it. All we need now is Wasp, and we're good to go.
Yeah. Speaking of that was kind of a bummer. I was really hoping they were going to introduce a new Avenger in the movie.
Oh, you mean like in that post-credits thing?
Yeah, like that. I liked the sequence, like it was cool, but I sort of like
it felt lackluster.
Well, when they were talking to the little kid Harvey, I was like, maybe they're saying Henry and then Hank and then Hank Pym and then Ant-Man.
But he wouldn't be a kid though.
I know that, but I was really hoping and like trying to fudge it some way, but it just didn't work.
Yeah,
it was a cool scene, the ending thing, but.
I really liked Harvey, by the way.
But what they did for all of the other movies is do a not spoiler, but a hint
for like future
for the next one, wasn't it?
Let's see. Iron Man hinted for the whole Avengers thing.
Yeah.
Hulk hinted at the connection between Hulk and Iron Man. Iron Man 2 was for Thor. Thor hinted at Avengers more hardcore, the Cosmic Cube, and then the trailer for Avengers was at the end of Captain America.
Yeah, but this one, they have
Hulk and
Iron Man just talking. It's like, is this for another? Avengers isn't next. So
Iron
why
Man
are you?
4, Iron Man goes to therapy.
New sitcom.
That's great. Speaking of that, though, are you guys excited for the S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show? I know we talked about that last week, but I just wanted to get your excitement.
Yeah, I mean, these two weren't here.
Look at my
nipple. It looks pretty sweet. I'll watch it.
No.
Oh, no, I mean, they can watch the fucking podcast for all I care. Well, but I mean, yeah, you guys, have you seen it all? Anything for it?
No.
We'll show you later. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, so that's our little Iron Man segment there. Anyone else want to say anything before we move on about Iron Man?
I mean, you know, in the end, I thought it was a good wrap up. I think that's probably where it should end.
If they end Iron Man at all, that is where I would be okay with it ending.
It made me sad that they did that, and the fact that they're going to have an Avengers 2. That's what made me upset. Because he's going to be involved in the Avengers 2.
Yeah.
Well, he will be.
Well,
I think that's a great ending for Iron Man, but
he might be involved in Avengers 2. I'm saying might because of all the contract negotiations going on.
I'm just saying, aside from that, they want him back. And if he's in it, then it's just that they set him up to be like, I'm not in the game anymore. Like, they're going to have to convince him, and I think that's going to be stupid.
So maybe they'll have to, like, bring him out of retirement or some shit, and then he'll construct a suit and come out and save the day.
I don't think it's going to happen.
That just makes me upset, though, because he's Tony Stark.
I think what's more likely to happen...
Yeah.
I thought that was a very good ending.
Exactly,
That made me upset
like,
that
he could be like, guys,
that was the end of his career as Iron Man. I would have been really happy, but it's not.
I want to say it's more likely that if he does come back in Iron Man 2, which is probably going to happen, but I'm keeping on the fence about that one. What's likely going to happen is
good old Iron Man 2.
He's going to come into S.H.I.E.L.D. He's going to work with them a little bit on the next big mission.
Shout out to 2008 or whatever it was.
Last ditch effort, he's going to throw on the armor. It's like, okay, you guys definitely need more help. I'm jumping in this before it gets too crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he's the guy who's going to hesitate. I think he's going to jump in if they need him.
Yeah.
Okay, so big news from yesterday. The PS4, I'm sorry, the Xbox One, they're so similar. It was announced yesterday. We're going to go ahead and talk about that a little bit, because that's a lot of big news right there. Yeah.
I'll buy it.
So what do you guys know of it right now, before I actually start looking up stuff to go over?
It looks like a VCR. Not backwards compatible.
Not backwards. That sucks.
No old or used games.
Well, what's funny is...
Or you have to pay for it, or what the fuck?
We'll get to that in a little bit, because there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about.
See, I'm kind of used to that, because on PC for,
like,
forever...
Yeah, Steam, you can't buy it.
But anyway,
what
I want to say, though...
back in the day, serial keys.
What I want to say, though, is, you said... what was it?
Looks like a
VCR?
No, the one after that.
Backwards compatible.
Yes. So I did a little reading, a little digging. Apparently the PS4 is going to have, like, cloud backwards compatibility, where I guess digital downloads, maybe? I'm not sure.
So, like, if I downloaded a game on PS3, it would work?
Potentially. I don't know the details. They haven't really been clear on that yet, but that's the assumption right now. There's no backwards compatibility, period, on the Xbox One. In fact, they even released a press thing saying the idea of backwards compatibility itself is backwards. Because they're like, we've got to be forward-thinking. We can't be looking in the past.
I mean, it makes sense if you think about it logically, because if everything is always backwards compatibility, then you're always thinking about, what came before, and then, like...
You're trying to push it in
you have to always incorporate all of that. You can't just make room for new things.
Maybe, but I disagree with that on a fundamental level of, by forgetting your past, you're, doomed to just repeat it. Plus, there's a lot of things you can learn from old games, and being able to access them easily.
God.
But they still can, and the people who've been, with the Xbox still can. I mean, sure, it's a pain in the ass to have all the old stuff, but...
It is a pain in the ass to have the old stuff. Like, I don't want to have a shit ton of plastic bits all over my, desk dresser trying to play all these different games. I want to have just one thing for everything.
Right, because it's like, I have, let's see here, consoles. I have a Wii. I have an N64. I get that. It's a different...
Yeah, like,
from
cartridge to disc, that makes sense.
That's fine, but the Wii plays my GameCube games. But I have a PS2 and a PS3. I'm going to have an Xbox 360 and an Xbox One and another PlayStation. Like,
On top of that, for me, I have the Wii. I have a GameCube sitting around because I just like the GameCube.
Right.
I have the Wii U, which can play Wii games, but not GameCube games. Sad face. I have the PS3. I had to get the older version of it so I can get the one that plays PS2 and PS1 games because I didn't want to play anything else. And I'm like, I want to play all the Silent Hill and the Metal Gears. I can't do that without the right kind of PS3, so fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, even on top of that, I have a Game Boy DS, and I still have my old SPs, so I can play my Game Boy Color games.
Yeah.
Like, I
get from on a cartridge level because the cartridges are built a certain way, but
yes.
disc, come on. All you need is like a certain.
But it's just kind of just like think of all the fucking consoles I have. Plus, I have a PC, so it's like I probably named 7, 8 consoles that I have, and that could easily be reduced to N64, Wii, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and then handheld.
Which I think is a silly name still, Xbox One.
Yeah.
Like, Wii U, yeah, it's dumb, but Xbox One just seems kind of bizarre.
But, you know,
There's a reason
kind of
for
makes
it.
sense.
Well, yeah, because it's an
Wii
all-in-one
U.
sort of deal.
Yeah.
But even I think it's kind of like just very...
It's whatever.
What about PlayStation 4? It's just adding a number.
Yeah, but here's the thing with the whole Xbox thing. There's a huge level of just... We're going to be the center of everything, because they want to be an entertainment hub, not a game system.
I like that, though. I really like that.
I think
I don't, because I remember the days back when game consoles were focused on, selling us games, and here I feel like they're just trying to sell us a smart TV.
Well, yes, but it allows them to pander to, like, different markets. They can go, hey, you get this, like, sweet device for, fucking Netflix and watching TV. You don't have to pay for cable then. That's more revenue in our pocket. And then maybe you'll go buy fucking Call of Duty or whatever.
Well,
exactly.
No, you go on.
I will. I like that because it is an all-in-one where, like, I use my 360 right now for YouTube, for Netflix, for all my games, and I don't see how that's a bad thing because they won't make less games for the Xbox One. They'll have all the...
They'll have new content, more content, but the same amount of games.
All the games, and then they'll just take all your media and entertainment stuff and put it into one thing, which I find really... really convenient, and I thought that's how all consoles are gonna go in the future.
Yeah, maybe, but it does bother me a bit that the entire presentation focused on that aspect and only showed maybe like the idea of a few games, but didn't actually show any real games.
Wasn't there only like one actual game? Like Forza was the only game actually shown.
See, I was just gonna say. The old consoles, how they focused on a game, it's like you put in a game and you played it and that was it. But I do like how you can be on a console and then you can still have your friends and everything and you can easily, access that and talk to them. Mm-hmm. And then the additional thing of, I'm not sure if PlayStation does it, but I know the 360 did, where you could just play your own music while you're playing a game. And I get that not everyone would want to do that, but I mean, sometimes you might do that, like,
kind of pointless,
especially say if you're playing like an RTS, then why not?
I use that. Listen to. I use that a lot. I put a couple CDs on my Xbox and I use that. So I find it really
especially if you're playing
useful.
like a multiplayer game, because I mean those don't really have much story.
If it's actual exactly.
Multiplayer, so then you can just play your music and not have it too loud, so you can still hear the game, but then you have your own music.
I don't know. I'm okay with it. I'm really not opposed to to it either way. Like, I have my fucking laptop, I have my computer if I need that for YouTube and shit. But having it on my Xbox is just nice sometimes, because, like, especially with, like, right now while I'm at home still, my Xbox is hooked up to my TV, my computer's hooked up to my computer screen. My computer screen is very tiny compared to my TV screen. If I want to watch a movie, I don't have to move some fucking cables, because it's just there. It's on the TV. And, I don't know. I mean, the 95% of my TV watching is on Netflix and YouTube. Like, anyway.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's a lot easier.
It's easier, but if I lost the ability to watch Netflix on my Xbox, I wouldn't be heartbroken. But I don't care that they're doing it. It's cool. Like, I'll use it, but I can live without it.
I already gave her the DP.
I need a catchphrase.
What's Mike's
Zeke
catchphrase?
Heil?
I'm watching
I don't think that would be very appropriate.
Thinking I'm watching you.
What?
Can I put pom pom?
Yes. put pom pom.
Alright, what else?
I'm
I'm opening up all the stuff now just so I don't have to do it later.
One thing is
so much better.
With the lack of backwards compatibility,
just staring at someone.
It's only hurting themselves because...
Well, that's the same thing I agree with on the PS4, too. Like, the lack of backwards compatibility is just kind of dumb.
Yeah, well, it's just gonna... All it's gonna mean for them is that people will keep their old Xboxes, which it doesn't affect them really.
Well, on top of that, not only are they going to keep them, they're maybe less likely to buy the new one right away. Because
that's what I was going to say, because of the fact that there is no backwards compatibility,
there's
and
no reason to jump ship right away.
and there's not going to be any big titles probably right away. I'm not going to buy it for quite a while. The same thing happened with Xbox 360, even though there was Halo and some other big titles. I still took a while. I don't know. That one was backwards compatible, and it still took me... Your face. It still took me a little while, but now that this one isn't going to be, and I'll have to buy a whole new set of games, I don't know, it'll be a year or so before I buy it. It's just, they're shooting themselves in the foot with this one.
I mean, so my wonder is if that maybe they saw how successful the PS2 was after the PS3 was released. Like, even though PS3 was backwards compatible for a while, maybe Xbox is like, man, we had all these sweet titles like Halo.
Part of the problem with the PS3 though was it was just too expensive.
Well, right, but you know what I mean. Like, the PS2 was still selling quite
yeah.
well after the PS3 released, and especially after they took away the backwards compatibility because like you couldn't go buy a PS3. So it's maybe entirely possible that Microsoft is going, man, our 360. Let's be honest, it was probably the best of the three consoles. Mm-hmm. I'd say it's the best of the three consoles.
I judge it based on exclusives. I think the exclusives for the PS3 are better.
I don't know. I'm a huge Gears of War head, and Halo is. I
for
used
online
to be big in Halo. Like that was, even if I don't like it that much anymore, it's still a huge franchise.
Yeah,
and Left 4 Dead isn't on PlayStation.
It's on PC.
It's on PC, but if we're just taking it as the three, like the Wii, PlayStation 3, 360. I'd say the 360 is the best out of those, and people can have their own opinion, but I'd say that that's the general consensus. Is that
if I had the right, I'm gonna say Dreamcast.
It breaks down to what you play, because all the first-person shooter games. And if you play online at all,
you want Xbox.
Yeah, I didn't do either
but
of those.
I think that's
hands down, it's just a better system. It connects better. More people. You can join and talk to friends easier. And
see, my biggest problem with the Xbox in general was always the online thing. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, having to pay?
Yeah, having to pay for it. Because,
yeah.
I mean, I get you can argue it's a better service. And compared to the PlayStation Network, sure. But Steam's free. And it's good, if not a better service.
Yeah.
And on top of that, so is the new online stuff Nintendo's doing, even though they're still kind of new and working out the kinks.
I don't know, I'm never going to disagree with you that PC is the best console, but if we're taking it as the actual three gaming consoles...
Okay, two, the big boys.
Well, yes.
Hey, now,
PC and PC.
But of the
shut up.
generation.
That's the grumpy old man.
Generation. I'd say the Xbox is the best console, so maybe they're going... Because, let's be honest, the PS... As much as I love the GameCube, I think the PS2 is the best console of that generation.
Yeah,
I think so, too. The PS2.
My opinion. So maybe the Xbox is going, well, shit, you know, we sold a ton of 360s. It's a good console. People will still want to play their fucking games. We can still sell this 360 even after the Xbox One comes out.
Isn't that going to hurt their Xbox One sales that they're probably trying to go for?
It might, but you know what I mean? Like, if I have fucking 500 Xbox 360s sitting in a warehouse somewhere, I want to sell those.
Yeah.
They're just going to sit there and rot.
Also, it would depend on how much they're planning to sell the one
Xbox
for.
One, yeah.
Well, to be honest, 360 sales, I'm sure they're still up there, but they've
definitely gone down.
Petered
plateaued.
Yeah, they've plateaued and petered off, and shut up. But I don't understand why they're doing this. It doesn't help them. Most people who are going to play Xbox 360 games already have the console, and
you should stop
not
doing
being
that,
able
so much noise.
Not being able to play old games on the new one is just going to prevent people from buying the new one. It's not going to make... It will... I'm going to dump this on your head.
I hope you do, because he deserves it.
I don't fucking know what I was talking about. Fuck you.
I totally agree. I think that they should have backwards compatibility, but I'm just trying to justify it somehow.
Yeah.
Because I really don't get
Playing
it.
the devil's advocate.
I'm trying not to
justify it
be...
any way you want.
I still think it's dumb.
Fact of the matter is,
dumb.
the ability to play old
But-
games is important to me. As
Right.
A consumer.
No, I agree. I think that I would love to be able to sell. Even though I do have the limited edition Gears Xbox and it's sweet. Like if I could sell it and get fucking some money towards my new Xbox One, that'd be great. That being said,
You just gave me an idea of why they're probably doing this. They don't want you to sell their old Xbox because they don't want to have the whole these used consoles they can't make money off of. Because they can't make money off used games, they probably can't make money off used consoles either. So they want you to keep it, so that way they don't have to worry about money loss.
That's not really coming out of Microsoft's pocket.
It's not coming out of their pocket, no, but that's revenue they're not getting though from that console. Well, they still have new Xbox 360s out there, so
I don't think that's a big enough. I think
I think
might
it
be
is.
what
I really
think
think
that
it is.
might be what they're going for, but I don't think it's a big enough profit loss for them to justify that.
we're talking about big companies here like Nintendo, for example, that's trying to steal money from the LP makers, who are barely making any money as it is with their LPs. I'm pretty sure we don't need to give them the benefit of the doubt on this one. Come on.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's
Hey,
dumb,
not all
but
companies are EA.
It's dumb, but I can kind of get it from a business standpoint. I wish they would put it in, but I do see some reasons that they could.
Yeah.
There's some cases they could make for why. It's still silly because I have a pretty big collection of 360 games, and now I have to lug around 2 consoles to play my 360 games and my Xbox One games, especially when I'm going to be in college next year, so I'm going to have to bring a fucking... Like, in my dorm room,
You
we're
have
going
to
to
bring, like, a fucking
we're gonna have a
trailer.
PS2, we're going to have a PS3, we're going to have a 360, we're going to have, like, 4 desktop computers. Like, we're going to be fucking cramped in there because we want to have our fucking consoles. If I could bring 1 PlayStation, 1 Xbox... Probably not even. I could live without a Wii if I had to, and then my PC.
If you call that living.
At my house.
Yeah,
or at
we'll
my
play the
dorm.
Wii in your dorm.
If you call living without a Wii living.
It's still living.
Anyway.
All you need is a PC.
All you need is love.
Love is all you need. So I'm going to read some articles here. This is all from Destructoid, so, those
Shout out
guys.
to Destructoid.
Yep. So the article here is titled X-Boned, Indies Can't Self-Publish on Xbox One. Both Sony and Nintendo are bending over backwards to make their platforms attractive to indie developers, yada yada yada. In speaking with the general manager of Redmond Game Studios and Platforms, Matt Booty, Shack News was told that the publishing arrangements for Xbox One are no different than those for the 360. In other words, indies can't self-publish and must either strike a publishing deal with Microsoft or some other third party, the exact opposite of what Nintendo and Sony are doing. So no change there. I do feel kind of bad about that because it's like, every other platform, PC, mobile devices,
Are pretty
Nintendo and Sony, they're like
generous.
Yeah, they're like, come on, indies, just do whatever you want here. We're having fun.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Especially when they're like really good indie games.
especially when the
like,
indie market's booming like it's been in the past few years.
There's some really fucking good indie games, and even there are some very good indie games that are like not indie games, but they're like
pseudo indie
cheap
games.
Yeah, like I mean,
I'd classify Portal as a pseudo indie. Like,
I
it was cheap,
was
but
thinking
it was like
Edmund McMillan, to be honest. Like
Yeah.
he's established, but it's still sort of an indie game. And Binding of Isaac is one of the best games I've ever played. That game is so much fucking fun. That was a side project between Super Meat Boy and their next project. That was like
was that the fuck? I know what you're talking about. It's the one they've been doing Let's Plays on Rooster Teeth for, right?
I'm not sure.
Battle Block Theater. Is that what it is?
Surgeon Simulator in space.
That would be awesome.
I'm actually not sure, to be honest, but like Binding of Isaac was designed to be between Super Meat Boy and their new project, and it ended up being like so great. And he had to put out all this extra content because everyone was dying for it. And he's like, "Okay, I'm done with fucking Binding of Isaac. It was fun, guys, but I actually have another project I do want to work on at some point."
Right.
And that game's fantastic. And Super Meat Boy is really fun as well. Like I haven't put nearly as many hours. I put like 4 into Meat Boy. I put like 135
Why
into
do you
Binding
guys
of
all
Isaac.
have beards?
I don't have a beard.
Well,
That's
except for
because
you.
you're not a man.
Wow.
Okay.
Really?
But
Really?
anyway,
Because it's good
Oh,
to stroke when
yeah.
you think.
And you
That's what
just
she
like-
said.
it's manly.
like indie games can be fucking awesome. Like
Oh, no one's questioning that.
Yeah,
Hey,
but like
you know what they
and,
call
and
people
the
with
I
fact
mean,
that
look
you're
at the
kind
Steam
of
humbled indie
women.
bundles.
yeah,
Exactly.
and the fact that you're kind of like cheating them, like not cheating, but like kind of fucking them over a little bit,
I feel like, though, that Microsoft's missing a huge opportunity to not only score some really big PR points.
I get it from a business standpoint again, but...
Well, yeah, but I mean, business-wise, don't you want to be able to like be more friendly with these developers who could then eventually help you make bigger AAA games once you've fostered that relationship a bit? I'm just saying.
It might just be Microsoft saying that they don't trust the indie game industry as much, and they're like, let's get the profits now while it's in... Then when indie games become less popular, like maybe...
I agree with what Extra Credit said ages ago, where I think more publishers should have like an indie branch of their development staff who just work on these small independent games with the budgets that they could provide for them.
Right.
So we can have more variety. Because I think that would definitely be a good like improvement to the industry. Yeah. And I think that's where Nintendo and Sony and EA to some degree are going, but not enough on EA's part anyway. Or other places to make it really work well yet.
So what, you mean you won't have every single game looking exactly like Call of Duty?
Exactly.
Or more and more Call of Duties?
I'm so sick
impossible.
Of anyway.
That's why I love games like Spec Ops. Where
Spec Ops is great.
Spec Ops is fantastic.
Have you played it yet, Russell?
What? No, what?
Go fucking play it.
No.
Go play it.
You like military shooters, right?
Yeah.
Dude, you must play Spec Ops Live.
The gameplay is... Is whatever.
Yeah,
it's on everything.
all three.
Like, the gameplay is fine. It's not, like, outstanding, but it's not bad. But you're putting this, like, story-oriented first-person shooter in this world of Call of Duty. Third person. This story-oriented shooter, let me rephrase that, in this world of Call of Duties, and it's fucking awesome. It's one of the better games I've ever played. Like,
it's in my top 10 for sure.
Yeah, it's so good.
Is it a download, or...
You can get a digital
you can
download
get like a retail version for like 360 if you want. It's also on PC. I got it on PC. Spec Ops The Line. Okay. I got it on PC. They had a sale on Amazon like 2 weeks after it came out for $30, and I picked it up. And because I don't get through a lot of games, frankly. I'm a busy guy, and I'll start a game, and then
I'm the same way.
I won't have time to like sit down and play. Like, I really want to get through Mass Effect and BioShock this summer. I've never finished either of those games. I've started them. And then I'll get 5 hours in, not be able to finish them, get back to playing them, and I'll be like, I don't know where the fuck I am, I'll just restart, and then I never finish the game.
See, I've learned from my experiences in Zelda and Fallout that I should never play Mass Effect or BioShock, because I'm never going to finish those.
Yeah, but like, Spec Ops was a game, I was like, I have some time to kill. I think
and it's a short game, too.
Yeah, it was over summer break, and I was like, I have time to kill, I'm going to play this. And it was fucking awesome. It was one of the best. Between that and The Walking Dead, like, those are two of the best games I've
Walking Dead.
ever
you played that one yet?
Yeah, I have.
Those are two of the best games I've played, and I played those both in the past, like, 6 months.
Yeah.
Spec Ops was a little longer.
Those both came out last year, right?
Yeah, Spec Ops was about a year ago. I played Walking Dead, I believe.
Last winter.
Yeah, like, over winter break.
Like, Russell, if it's any indication since you played Walking Dead, Spec Ops and Walking Dead are, like, my top 2 from last year.
Yeah. Nice. Agreed.
Well... It's all a story-oriented, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean
there's gameplay, but
there is a multiplayer aspect to Spec Ops.
But it's not very
great. But it's pretty meh. Like, I 1v1 some guy and I kicked his ass. It was pretty fun.
I think the dev team even said that we didn't put any focus on the multiplayer because our goal was to make sure the story was where it's supposed to be.
There is a multiplayer. There is a story mode. Or not like a story mode, but there is a gameplay within the story mode. But a lot of it is focused... not necessarily on the cutscenes, but just on the decision-making aspect, not so much the
world building and decision-making.
I really like those kind of games, like the campaigns. I really enjoy a good campaign, but personally for me, it's the multiplayer. Okay. Which is why I love Battlefield 3, and I'm excited for Battlefield 4. Even though I hate EA, I love the Battlefield games.
Yeah. They are good.
At least you're not going Medal of Honor.
What was wrong with Medal of Honor?
Well, I know the newest one is pretty garbage.
The first one, it was a really simple game, but I thought it was good. Yeah. I only played the demo for the second one, so...
Let's be honest, though, Battlefield Bad Company 2, that game is fucking awesome.
That was a
fucking great game.
Oh, yeah.
I have not put enough time into Battlefield 3 to accurately give an opinion on it, but fucking... Bad Company 2, I put so many hours into that with my friends.
Yeah.
That was a fun game.
I was the best sniper in the world.
Alright, so back to Xbox One here. So, they have a 500 gigabyte hard drive in these things.
Okay.
You are not allowed to replace it at all.
So
that's fine.
It seems alright, but I remember when I first got my PS3, the first thing I did was just replace the hard drive.
I mean...
Why?
Well, what size did you go from to?
It was small, so I went to like a 250 in that case.
Right, but I mean like 500, like I have like a 320 on my...
I think the problem with this that other people are going to bring up, and I know that I know some people who would bring it up, is that you can't take the hard drive out and then bring it to like a friend's place to play your games on that.
I guess my only concern is how much emphasis are they going to put on cloud gaming? If they're putting a lot of emphasis on cloud gaming...
I'll look that up, because I actually have something responded that way.
If they have a lot of emphasis on it, 500 gigabytes might be enough, but I like having all my games installed or accessible so I can just be like, fuck it, I'm going to play, Vanquish today, and then I plug it in and I'm done. But, like, if it's cloud storage and I run out of space and it's like, I want to play this, I'm going to slowly download it for an hour before I can actually play. And, if there's a lot of emphasis, 500 gigabytes might be enough to get by, but if I have 15 gigabyte downloads all over the place, that'll build up pretty fast. If emphasis is moderate on cloud gaming, I think 500 gigabytes is more than enough, because I barely use my hard drive at all. For
I don't use cloud at all, man. My Xbox has 250, I think.
Yeah, and you probably have like 200 left.
Yeah, exactly. No, I've used like 3 gigs.
Yeah.
I don't even know why you need 500.
Yeah, I have like 2 or 3.
I don't download
for the media,
all my games.
But it's for the movies and the music and all the other stuff you can download.
But music does not take up much space.
Yeah, music doesn't. Movies
only
kind
will
of
if they're HD.
Which they probably are, because it's a Blu-ray system.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I can see with this, with the new one, Xbox One, but Xbox 360, I bought and downloaded The Hobbit on there. They really don't have a good movie media system yet. For me to watch The Hobbit, I have to go through so much crap just to find it. Yeah. But on the little home screen there, you can go click the home button, then go down past your friends, and there's like play music and then video. I click on the video, it's not there. I don't know.
I hear the interface is pretty jank sometimes.
I really hope that they clean that up in the Xbox One, because I bought The Hobbit thinking it's going to be really cool. Because I'm like, hey, I can just watch it whenever I want. No, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Well, before you start, the thing with the 500 gigabytes of space is, like you mentioned, 15 gig downloads all over the place, and well, it's true. A lot of games nowadays are bigger, but they're not really 15 gigs yet.
Oh, have you played Max Payne 3?
There are some
33 gigs,
like that BioShock Infinite,
and BioShock 1.
BioShock 1 is only like 10.
But it was still big at the time it came out.
Okay, but like...
Well, the thing is, most games might be about 10.
Okay,
which
if
still
every
gives
game
you
is
room
10,
for like
you can fit
45
games, but like... And that's a decent amount, but if you have one game that's really big, if you have any like movies that take up a substantial amount of space, which we are still unsure on how much space that'll take up.
Like I said, Blu-ray is probably a lot.
That's the thing, but not all the games are probably going to be installed on it.
Well, but the thing is, like, yes, I've only installed like 3 games on my Xbox 360, but that's because I can just take the disc and plug it in. And I like that's my biggest problem with like. It's not even a problem with Steam, it's a problem with me being a hoarder, where I would always install all my games, and then I looked at my hard drive and it was like, you have 500 megabytes left. I'm like, fucking shit, that was a terabyte.
Well, here's the other thing, though, about this 500 gigabyte limitation that could be a problem, is that pretty much the rumor is right now, and there's no confirmation yet, but it seems like it's pretty solid information, is that when you get the games, you put them in, it'll install the game to your console regardless. And requires CD key to use, and apparently if it's a game that's been used on another console, it'll require you to pay a fee in order to use it, like if you're borrowing friends and you're renting something.
That is one thing that sucks, whereas like I currently I use my Xbox all the time. Like I use it all the time. My brothers also like using the Xbox, so we bought 2. I bought one on eBay for like $100. If I want to fucking play Halo 5,
I just keep looking at your
and then my brothers want to play it, and we have to pay a fee, like that kind of sucks that I have to, like, it's okay since I'm going to college, and, like, that doesn't matter as much, like, they'll have to buy their own copies.
But for families,
anyway.
it's a kind of
But for a family where, like, if I was still at home, either I have to buy 2 copies of Halo, or I have to do a fee thing, or we have to have one Xbox designated for first-person shooters, and one designated for RPGs, and then if we both want to play an RPG, it's, like, fucking weird, and it's just, like, I'd rather they just tether it to your gamer tag or something. Where I like on Steam, where I have my account and all my games are on my account, and my brother can borrow my account at home, but it's not like I'm gonna go, hey Aaron, here's my password and username, why don't you go download this game? Like, if you do that, you're fucking retarded anyway.
But if you do that, they'll be like, oh, I can't do that, man. I only have a Wii U and PS4 because I said fuck Xbox One.
No, but like on Steam though, like, you know what I mean? Like,
on Steam.
I know on Steam.
I'm not gonna go, hey Aaron, here's my username and password, why don't you play this game?
Why not?
I mean, because Aaron's a sketchy guy. That guy is
he's pretty
fucking
shady.
like,
Bro,
shady
come on
as all
now.
hell.
Come on.
But you're not gonna
Shadles.
do that. Like, you're not gonna go loan everyone your username and password. It just that's not smart because there's gonna be one douchebag that will steal it and be like, "Fuck your friendship! I'll take $2,000 of games."
The thing is,
Mike.
though, like to
Where are you getting this money,
do
people?
that, then they'd also need to
Steam
be able
sales.
to change your password, and I think to do that they actually have to have your email as well.
Yeah, it's I don't know, but either way, like if I can just tether, Fallout 4 and Elder Scrolls 6 and Halo 5 to my account,
And Gears.
and Gears 4, like I put those on my account. If my brothers want to play, they log into my account, and yes, we both can't play. Like I can't play Gears 4 while he plays, like
Halo
Elder
5.
Scrolls 6 or Halo 5, but I can play a game on my console and then play most other games on the other console. Like it just seems to work better. Like it works out kind of the same where you can only put games on my account, but so it'd be the same as putting certain games on this console and certain games on that console. But I still think it makes more sense where like I could log into an account at a friend's house and have access to these games. And I just think that tethering it to an account makes way more sense than tethering it to a console.
Yeah.
Especially when, like, what happens if I want to sell my console or get rid of my console or my console breaks? Like, I'm sure they have some type of safeguard for that.
Well, what's funny is I think Nintendo's Wii U has a similar thing where the games are the games you've downloaded are tethered to the console.
Yeah.
Because I've heard rumors, or it actually was proven, where some guy bought a used console Wii U already way back a few months ago. And apparently it came with games that someone else had already installed on there.
Yeah.
So he pretty much got free games for it.
Yeah, and that's cool for the guy that, gets the used console, but it kind of sucks for, the guy selling his console because he's not being compensated for these games he's giving to this guy.
What?
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, maybe he sold them to the store, he got some money, but, like, he pays for these games and then he sells the console and this other guy gets free shit. Like, it kind of sucks, like,
Yeah.
especially if, like, I sold my console and then bought a new one later, or my console breaks. Like, I'm sure they have to have some way where I can, say, hey, my console fucking broke, give me my fucking games, but still,
Solution to this? Say fuck that. Go to the old way it was before.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I just have to draw Evan.
Yeah, but you can draw me whenever.
You have to leave.
Yeah,
About
we do have to
Chihuahua.
leave soon.
but okay, well, is there anything you want to get on before we continue on with the Xbox One or anything like that?
Shelby drew some pictures.
Shelby,
Yay,
you want to show your
Shelby.
pictures, your icons for people, and then we can bounce? They've already seen
So
Chesms,
I
correct?
gotta go up to the camera.
I don't know.
Show Chesms again, just in case. We're gonna have...
Well, if you want to, you can always upload them, and then I'll just put them in the
This is
Okay,
great.
well,
Picture
basically
inserted
we're getting
here.
icons together for the different Let's Plays, when, I'm on screen for Minecraft or whatever.
Yeah.
When's
my
that
little
starting?
face will pop up. It sounds like the town is almost finished.
Was the server up when you left your place?
Yes, my brother did...
Okay, I'll show...
He said he was going to host it. Let me rephrase
He might
that.
be a butt face.
He might... No, did you not hear what he did yesterday?
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah. So last night I had to go to work, so I was like, hey, Naze, I'm leaving for work, host the server. He's like, okay. I have a text from Aaron at like 7:30, and he's like, hey bro, is the server down? I'm like, I don't know, I'm at work, I'll check when I get home. It wasn't that the server crashed. Someone closed the folder, closed the server, and opened the system manager to end the process for the fucking server. And then they didn't have the common courtesy to, like, re-host it. Like, I had them host it for a reason, because people wanted to fucking play on the server, but they just decided to close it like a bunch of dicks.
That could explain, like, it was laggy, so maybe they decided, maybe that's what was causing it, and then closed it to continue doing whatever else.
I don't know, but they can't use
Connor
computers during
probably
the
did it.
week, so...
Huh.
I don't know what the fuck it
They
was.
can't use computers.
If you want to double check for
during
you
the week.
before you leave, so I can show him some of what we worked on. That way he can
let's get on and double check Minecraft. I'll just...
Always
Is your account signed in or something, or I can get on my laptop real fast? And,
I'm not signed in now, but I could probably do it real quick if you guys want to just keep going with
yeah,
that.
so you guys keep going. That way we can check if it's up.
Alright, I was gonna say we can do mine, but
Wait, pictures?
I'm right in front
No,
of the camera.
we're gonna check if the Minecraft server's up because Russell wants to see his mansion.
My
Yeah.
mansion?
His mansion.
Is it a temple?
You'll love it.
It's
Temple to the glory of my name?
I'm gonna say this, Russell.
It better be.
Russell, this right now. I put the most effort into your house and your house alone.
Awesome.
I don't know. Stive's house is
your
Fox's
house
choice.
is good. Stive.
It's fabulous.
Let's see. Right now we have Aaron's house, I think. Evan's house, my house. Stive's, yours.
So tune in for that fabulousness.
Someone's, and then I'm working on.
Do we have a?
I'm working on 2 other people's houses, and then there's going to be a hotel complex thing.
Cool. All right, we are alone.
All right. Xbox. Xbox One will not function without the Kinect. Okay. I thought it came with it, so that's not much of a big deal.
So you have to have it.
And it has to be connected.
Does it have to be on? Because
it looks like it has to be connected. So maybe you might not have to have it like actually looking at people. Maybe you can just like fucking plug it in, but just stick it next to it.
Have you used the Kinect at all? Because
Nope.
I know I haven't.
I haven't.
I don't know. I don't know what I gotta say about that. That I don't. It doesn't say if it actually has to be on or.
But at the same time,
But-
it probably comes on with the system.
Yeah, I haven't heard any major complaints about the Kinect, but
my.
oh my!
Wow, he's really going down.
Hey,
Ow.
I'm back. I'm in the middle this time, so fuck you.
Aaron sandwich. Oh no.
Eiffel Tower. High five.
This is my water, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's switch so I don't get them confused.
All right. Have you used Kinect at all?
No, I've heard nothing but mixed things about it. Like,
It's pretty mixed. I have one. I use it more for putting in audibles while I play Madden than I do for anything else.
The
For
only
actually
thing,
playing Kinect games.
okay, the only thing worth playing is Rise of Nightmares because it's so
That's what I've been told.
funny. It's so much fun. We spent like an entire day just going through the camp. Like we had a Rise of Nightmares party. It wasn't originally that, but then we're like, oh hey, let's play this funny zombie Kinect game, and then it ended up being like the most fun I've ever had playing anything on the Xbox. Like it was super fun.
Hold on, I just got a text.
Basically, you're just like in this.
I thought they had to go.
You
You
have
do
we have to
go,
go, but you have your wife, and then you're having like drunk problems, and so then
Drunk
you
problems.
end up stumbling and stuff, and you guys are fighting, but then all of a sudden when you're fighting, like the train gets like stopped by this like zombie-esque thing, and then you're in like France or something, and then you on a
who
train,
cares?
That's where all the nightmares are.
Yeah.
and then you wake up and like your wife got stolen, and then you have to go like find
By
her.
zombies.
And so it's like weird French esque just think creatures of the night, because there's also some alchemy involved in it, which is how the zombies come to be and
The
stuff.
server's up.
Alright, cool,
And-
thank you.
Shelby, we're leaving.
There's just like a lot of magic and cool stuff, and like you just fight zombies with you when you're on the Kinect, and it's like really funny because you have to put your foot forward to walk, and you just have to stand there, and then that makes you walk.
Huh.
And you just have to be very cautious with the way you do things. It's kind of hard to get through, but it's not hard enough that it's fun.
But I was gonna say, I heard a lot of mixed things about the Kinect. One of the worst things being Steel Battalion.
What's that
I
one?
heard that was a great game and it functioned perfectly well.
I heard that it's a game by Capcom. Have you ever heard of the Steel Battalion series at all?
No.
Pretty much, you know those games that had those big monster controls that had every little button everywhere?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what this was, except for the
cool.
Kinect. And
So you had to go
yeah, it was a lot of you had the controller and you had the motion controls all in one thing.
okay.
But from what I've been told from Zero Punctuation, Jim Sterling, and various other critics on the internet, it didn't work. And I think even two best friends tried playing it, and they had so many issues getting it to do anything.
Yeah.
So
I don't see the Kinect being I see it being more of an annoyance, because the only thing that I've ever heard people have good things to say about it is dance games.
which
And that's-
none of us play.
Yeah, exactly. It's not what you buy an Xbox for, but whatever.
It's what you buy a Wii for. Oh,
Nah. Whatever. I don't know.
That's what you
Kinect.
buy a PC for.
Sure. You have to buy a laptop then, so you can.
lap dance.
New game.
Admit it, you saw that coming.
Lap
You saw that
dance
coming.
simulator.
All right.
So what's
Kinect.
next?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Next.
Oh yeah, so the friends list is being expanded. That is good news. I'll accept that as something good.
Yeah. Good
I
news.
think 100 people is kind of small.
Yeah. It was pretty small, but
I know the Wii U and I think the PlayStation 3 are still there. I don't know about the PS4 is yet. So
yeah,
best thing about Steam, there is no limit. I don't think.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, there is a limit.
I don't know what it is, but it is pretty decently big. But with the addition of the new badges and everything, you can actually get that limit increased.
Oh, okay. Of course, how easy is it to get those badges?
Well, it's not that hard. I mean, I'm level 6, and it's pretty much you just do different things.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've gotten. If I have badges, I don't know about them. So.
You have to join the Steam group first.
Oh, there's a Steam group?
Yeah.
Okay. You have to pass me a link to
It's
that.
the Steam trading card beta. I sent you the thing in Steam.
Oh, is that what that thing was? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, just use it, add it to your thing, whatever, and that should do it.
All right. So this is something that the PS4 is already announced they can do.
This I don't like this idea.
Xbox One games playable as they are installing.
I think I've mentioned this in a previous podcast, so I'll stay out of this.
What don't you like?
The fact that as they're installing, like unless it's actually reading it from the disc while it's installing, the game isn't going to function as it's meant to. Because it's still installing, so you don't have everything there while you're trying to play it.
Yeah, I can see that, but if you know this, so just wait.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, but it's
so,
like, I don't see why to add this whole thing that you can play them while they're installing.
You're saying that, but I don't think they'd make us a feature of that. They haven't found a way around that problem yet, though.
Well, I mean, they probably would. It's just like it'd put a warning that like.
Graphics are lower.
Like your game will not be optimal until it's done installing.
Yeah. I don't know. I like it.
I'll wait till I see it in action before I make a judgment on it. Which I probably won't because I don't have a console to do it. Okay, so here's something that I'm going to explain because there's a bit of detail here. Pretty much 15 exclusives are going to be coming for the first year of Xbox One. Personally, it seems like a small number, but if there's going to be a lot of multi-console releases, I guess they'll balance it out.
Yeah, it's just exclusive, so
yeah.
It looks pretty high.
But they also said there's going to be some new IPs among those 15. I believe I read the number was 8, but I might be wrong, so that's the majority of them.
So Halo 6, Call of Duty 40.
You mean Halo 5?
Yeah. Call of Duty 40 and
Call
Assassin's Creed
of Duty's not going to be
9.
exclusive, it's a multi-console.
Whatever. Forza, Fate...
Halo and Forza are 2 of them at the very least.
Never a fan of Forza, but
I like
floats your boat.
I like racing games, but as I pointed out to David and Michael earlier, we were playing some Trials, I like racing and driving games that have a bit of a gimmick to them.
Yeah.
Because straight driving and racing, they're okay, but Burnout's the one exception just because it's got a certain visual style to it and a cool crashing.
I like it, yeah, because you can do all those crashing games.
Plus the Burnout Paradise, the open world aspect to it. I love that. That was great.
I liked Need for Speed Most Wanted and Carbon.
The Need for Speed series is so basic, though.
But those two I really like just because how they did it and the whole police chase aspect of them was one of my favorite things.
Let's play GTA then.
No, because as you're doing a race, then the cops start following you, and at the end of the race, you have to evade the police before you can do anything else.
Speaking of which, I want to bring this up real quick. You excited for GTA 5 or Saints Row 4 at all?
No.
Why not?
I haven't played any of them.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yes, they're fabulous games.
Okay.
I'm excited for Saints Row 4. I just don't know how it's going to be with the superpowers and everything.
Yeah, I think it's going to be bizarre, and I'm going to wait to see, reviews before I jump into it, because I'm a little nervous about it. I'm worried they're going to do what they did with the last one, stockpile a bunch of DLC to release later on, not actually make a full game.
I don't mind the DLC, because, it still was a full game.
Yeah.
But the superpowers, in the video, it just made it seem like...
Too easy?
Yeah, it made it seem like it would be ridiculously easy, with you can, jump as high as a building, and... take out fucking armored vehicles and
my big concern overall is that GTA hasn't had a game out in a while. It wasn't that was back in the early 360 PS3 era, right? So my thinking is, will GTA 5 return to the more goofy antics of the older GTAs, or will it continue to do the more serious aspects that GTA 4 is going for, and how's that going to compare to the Saints Row 4? Because if they go back to their goofy antics from before, it's going to seem like they're trying to compete directly with Saints Row.
I don't
whereas
think
if they,
so.
Whereas if they stick with their newer way of doing things, they're still going to stick with their method and their niche of doing things, and it'll be two different games, not two games trying to compete for the same market.
See, I don't think they'd really be trying to compete, even if they went back to their slightly more goofy thing, because GTA was still, like, more serious, and, like, yeah, there was some goofy things you could do, but it was still more serious than, you know, like Saints Row has been. Whereas Saints Row, it's always pretty goofy.
Just Google Play.
Yeah, I got that too.
Yeah.
Well, you're fancy. I'm gonna remove your testicles and put them in that bottle.
God damn it, stop that. You're picking up all this shit. God damn it. Okay.
You just said God damn it twice.
God damn it, fuck, God. What?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So, more Xbox One. We got distracted. Oh,
Ooh, pretty.
300,000 servers.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Big number.
Yeah, so pretty much online is going to be better in terms of, like, speed, I guess, and availability.
Speed, connectivity,
Yeah.
availability.
I like it.
Assuming everyone's internet's up to the speed, up to the task.
Storage space.
Hmm?
Probably storage space as well.
Yeah. Nothing but good news there.
Let's see the next thing. Smart Glass with the Xbox One. So, apparently Microsoft's Smart Glass, or the Xbox Smart Glass, whatever the fuck
What
is
is
going on.
that?
I guess it's like a touchpad kind of thing that's like separate entirely from it, that's optional to use.
I
So
think-
kind of like the Wii U little pad.
Well,
Not
actually,
like that, but like a different device that's not directly tied to the Xbox, just
So-
a thing.
No,
Like a tablet?
I think because on there it even says the companion screen app has already been downloaded for the 360. And I think what it is something where you can just kind of like control it from your smartphone. Like I
okay,
think
that might be
that's,
it, yeah.
That's what it is.
Oh,
really.
control your Xbox.
But not just your smartphone, but like also like a tablet device, if you have it.
Possibly yes.
What? It's not like you're gonna be able to play games. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
There might
Just
be,
play your downloaded videos?
There might be some
or-
games you could play with that. Like
It's pretty much, yeah, you can do all that. You can navigate your 360. You can type on your 360 with it.
They have...
It's pretty much a remote control.
Yeah, but, okay, okay, I guess you can do, like, Messenger, because you can do that through your Xbox, other stuff like that. Why are you just introducing another media outlet that there's already a million of? It's
Like-
just, hey, this is ours. Use it.
The thing is already out, but it's
Yeah,
more like you can
I think-
just, you know,
Yeah.
just mess with your stuff on there. So then, it's kind of like how Steam has an app on the phone.
Yeah. I find it pointless, but some people use it, I guess.
yeah.
Whatever.
Is that all the Xbox One news we have available right now?
Looked like it.
Have you guys done this one yet?
Yeah. Wait, no, we didn't.
We'll need
Pretty much every 24 hours of either gameplay or just every
Well,
day.
let's read it for sure, so that way we have the exact information here. Let's see, skipping that first one because it's like intro. For single-player games, wait, actually that might be important. Speaking with Kotaku about the newly announced Xbox, Microsoft Studios VP Phil says that the console will need to be connected to the internet every so often, depending on the experience. Continuing, for single-player games that don't require connectivity to Xbox Live, you should be able to play those without interruption should your internet go down. Blu-ray, movies that you've downloaded, and other stuff you've downloaded, when your internet connection, it may be interrupted when your internet connection also falters. But the device is fundamentally designed to be expanded and extended by the internet, as many devices are today. Asked about how this would impact single-player titles, Spencer said he believes that the user would need to go online with their console at least once per day. X1 games will come with a unique redeemable code, which will require internet access to activate as part of the setup, so CD key pretty much. The software you purchase will be installed from your disk to your system's hard drive, which I mentioned earlier, while the redemption process links the titles to your Xbox Live account. Anyone playing on the same Xbox X1 as you won't have to pay for a second copy.
That's interesting. So it links it to your account, but also on the Xbox One. So it sounds like anyone else who has an account on there can just play it.
Kind of like
Yeah.
how the Wii U does it too.
It sounds... I don't know. It sounds like a good idea in theory, but if you have an internet connection like me, where I don't pay for it, I just steal my neighbor's, and like
It's very
and internet services around here in general are really spotty. They say it won't really affect single player. Like, you only have to get on there once a day. But what if you don't? Can you just not play your single player campaign or whatever?
I don't know. There is more that I'm reading interesting.
Well, like it might just need to like access and be like, hey, you're online, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well, yeah.
Hang on. However, once the code is used, the disk essentially becomes a paperweight. Should you attempt to share with a friend, for instance, the bits that are on the disk you can give to your friend, and they can install it on an Xbox One, said Spencer. They would have to purchase the right, or so the privilege, to play that game through their Xbox on their Xbox Live. Full price for a new title, that is. I wonder what that would mean. Let me ask this then, because this isn't saying at all. If I were to say give my friend a game that I bought maybe a year ago for Xbox One, would it still be at that full price, or because of that, or
it'd probably change depending on the price on Xbox Live, because that's what it says. You'd have to purchase it through Xbox Live, so it would probably be whatever the current price is.
Mm. I mean, I get why they're doing that, but I'm not a fan of the idea. Oh, is there more? You want to read?
Microsoft will implement a system of digital used game sales.
Yeah, we'll have a system, we're not talking about it today, for you to be able to trade your previously played games online.
Interesting.
So they really are aiming for that used game market, saying, hey guys, we're just going to take your shit and wreck it.
It seems like it's all digital.
Well, no, like, I'm saying they're trying to target the whole, like, GameStop, because they're trying to weed those guys out, is what it sounds like. Which...
Fucking your fans over.
Which I
don't like.
I sort of get it, because I know that's what Wii U or Nintendo's been doing. Not as direct, but pretty much, and I think you were there with me when the lady was talking to me about it. Pretty much they don't stock the physical copies of games for Wii U titles as much as they could, because they're trying to push for more digital sales in the Wii U. And I think that's what most of the developers are going to try, or most publishers are going to try to do for this next generation, is push that more, just so that way they can try to avoid more of that return and used game market thing. Because that's been on everyone's mind for the past generations. How do you get rid of that, or how do you make it less of an issue? And I feel like they're going about it the wrong way. I think they're just blatantly attacking. It's like, yeah, we're getting rid of this. And it's like, come on, guys, that's how people can afford half your consoles to play used games, to balance out that expensive entry cost to your console.
Apparently they designed the Xbox One to enable their customers to trade in and resell games at retail.
I don't know. That one just... So, with this one, is it... the way I read it is you buy the digital, and then you can trade it in, so you just... You
essentially uninstall it, and then you can do something else with it.
And it looks like as long as you're signed into your profile, you can play your game on anyone's Xbox.
Okay.
Without paying a fee.
Okay, that sounds...
As long as you're signed into your profile.
Yeah. That doesn't sound so bad.
Yeah, I mean, that means you can go to a friend's house and play your game. Because I know on the Xbox 360, I mean, I'm pretty sure most games now, you can save your games on the cloud. Which means you could go over to your friend's house and play your game over there, no problem.
Yeah, it will definitely cut down, like Evan was saying, in just a home where there's multiple kids, they'll have to just share an account.
Yeah.
It'll just cut down on the accounts, but I can see it being annoying, but you'll have to work with it. It's not too bad.
And I feel like it's a little sketch still, but I'll wait until it plays out before I actually make any final call on it.
All of this news, I'm like, yeah, some of the stuff sounds bad, but I'm just going to wait until I actually have it and then experience it, because there's so much in the news where it sounds bad, it won't be that bad, or it sounds okay. Weird. Yeah, the word's weird, so it sounds okay, but then it's going to be awful. Or it was the same thing with when the 360 came out, I think.
My biggest issue right now so far is just how they had this big event to show off their new console, and I feel like they kind of pissed it away a little bit, because, yeah, they showed off how it was a big entertainment hub, and I know how you said that's a big thing for you, but for me, who's more interested in the gaming aspect of it, I feel like we didn't get much on that at all, and it's like, it's a game console, show us the games for it.
Well,
yeah.
And I know they even said at the very end, E3's in a couple weeks, but here's my thing. When you go to E3, you're going to share that stage with the PS4, who also haven't really shown very many games up to now. and they've been delaying that for a while.
Yeah.
So why not take this opportunity while you have the stage all to yourself and everyone's attention on you, show off some of your big exclusives, saying, okay, let's get you excited for when you can actually play these at E3 by showing you what we have in store for you.
Well, like, it would make sense for, like, some of the ones that are, like, new actual titles that aren't, like, things that have already been
Yeah, that's
out.
what I was thinking.
But, at the same time, I mean, it's pretty much just showing you a game that's like another game you've played, because it's like, okay, I guess it looks a little better.
Well, like, all they showed this time was Forza Motorsports, the only exclusive they showed, EA Sports, which, who gives a fuck in our group, right? And then Call of Duty, which is going to be on everything. So, how are any of these, and no offense to Call of Duty fans, but, like, how are any of these showing the best of the Xbox One?
Yeah.
Like,
well,
really.
at the same time, you can't really show it yet, because maybe a lot of these games aren't even done.
True, but I don't think Call of Duty Ghost was done. They didn't even show, like, most of the footage. They just showed a lot of, like, in-development stuff, so... And I know they've been doing that for Bayonetta, too, during one of the Nintendo Directs, so why not show a little of that?
Did they show gameplay?
No, they showed just, like, the people working on the models and, like, the animations and stuff.
For Forza as well?
Not for Forza. They actually showed, like, a cinematic trailer. They didn't show any actual, like, gameplay, though.
See, they need to show, like, gameplay instead of, like... Because cinematics, it's like, okay, that this game...
For things that are, like, early in development, I'm okay with cinematics. But for things like, for example, Deadpool, which is coming out in a couple months... Oh, a month. And Batman Arkham Origins, I want to see gameplay. Because all they've shown so far are really fancy cinematics.
Yeah,
it's like, I know you guys have some gameplay done up. I've heard people already touch it. Show me what you got. Come on.
You can make any game look amazing just by pouring so much work into a cinematic.
Look at the Final Fantasy series.
No.
Exactly.
So those games are pretty good.
I'm talking like 13. The one that everyone
I don't
hates.
know. But a game that's a prime example of the cinematic thing is Hellgate London. If you look at the cinematics, the game looks amazing. But when you actually get in, the game looks like shit. Mm-hmm. And it plays like shit. I pirated it.
Here's another more recent example I'm sure we're all familiar with, is the Aliens Colonial Marines fiasco, where the demo / preview / trailer looked like a completely different game from what was actually sold. Yeah. That's part of the reason why I'm still hesitant to even pre-order Deadpool, just because I don't want to have to pre-order it and then go through something like that. I mean, I have more faith in High Moon Studios to put out a better game. They put out 2 Transformers games, and they were both really good from what I hear. But I'm still skeptical, because like, I don't want to just put down $40 for a game without knowing what it is first.
Yeah.
Because they haven't even shown, like, they haven't even said what kind of game it is. They just showed movies, that's it.
$40.
Yeah.
Getting console, it's $60. I wonder if they're gonna up the prices on the...
Actually, no. For the Deadpool, it's $10 cheaper on every console.
Oh, really?
So it's $50 for you guys on consoles. Yeah.
I'm wondering if they are going to do a price increase with general console.
I
Like,
really
internal
hope they
games.
don't, because isn't it high enough?
$60, yeah. Because it's $60, I've bought 2 games this year. No, 3 games this year. One of them was pre-owned.
When it comes to me and my buying purchases for games, or buying patterns for games, I haven't bought a single Wii U game since the console launched, because they're all $60, with the exception of Sonic All-Stars Racing, which was $40, which is nice. But I want to buy more of those. There's a few of them that actually look kind of fun that I want to get, like Injustice, for example, is a cool one. I wouldn't mind trying that Arkham City version they have, just to give it a shot.
Yeah.
But I don't want to put out that money, because $60 for games that either I've already played or already have, it's like, no. Whereas on Steam, for example, I can get them all on a really good deal. Or for old games on the Wii or PS3, they're all cheaper already. So
or I think
why not go for those?
a lot of games on PC are usually like $50.
Well, yeah, I mean, for the launch price. But, I mean, once they've been out for a while, Steam will have them on a pretty decent sale, plus good old games, and, yeah.
They don't even have to be out for a while for Steam to have a good sale, because Steam is awesome, and it's on a PC.
Well, to be fair, it took a while for them to get Skyrim down to a low enough price where I was comfortable buying it.
That's you personally.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I'm pretty sure at first that game was probably selling, like, fucking any drug ever.
It was one of the better... for a game that that doesn't follow any of the actual gaming trends that companies like EA believe exist, yeah, it sold really well.
Except for its own trend that it established with its own Elder Scrolls games.
That's a series. I'm not calling that a trend. I'm just saying it's a sequel. But like everything else about it, like it didn't follow any of the gaming trends of like online capabilities or anything like that. It's just like, here's a game. It's a single player experience. Have fun. And it sold like gangbusters.
Like hotcakes.
Hotcakes. Pancakes. Syrup.
But they're hot.
Chocolate chips.
Really hot.
But yeah, I mean, come on, just get on a PC, get Steam, have a fun day.
You know what? Fuck your couch.
Why? Just because you don't have a gaming PC yet?
It's actually a futon.
Okay. Fuck your futon.
Because I know you want to get a gaming PC.
I do, but I'm not dropping a couple grand.
We really want to get you on the Minecraft at the very least.
Hey,
So.
you don't have to drop a couple grand to
Like-
get a decent gaming PC. $700 will probably get you one.
Like,
I don't have that.
if you set up a Minecraft account, like I know it's going to cost you money to do that, but if you set it up, you can just use this laptop and you should be able to play with us when we do the stuff online.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So let's see. That was the Xbox. We talked about games and all that stuff. We talked a lot about games this time. We usually don't get to do that. Oh yeah. So we have our weekly trailer thing we usually do, where we pick a trailer, and we watch it and talk about it, or talk over, or make fun of it, or whatever. What trailer do you guys want to watch this week?
I don't know. I haven't seen any new trailers.
For what?
Movies or games? Yeah.
Because I just know that...
I have a recommendation,
I
but I know
the,
you've already seen it.
What is
I
it?
watched the new Star Trek, and that was a good movie.
The Arkham Origins strip. You interested in that game at all?
Eh.
Okay, what's the game you're interested in? Like, what sounds kind of cool?
I don't know.
Well, you could show me.
I watched the Call of Duty trailer, the first one. That was so stupid.
Oh, what, for the Call of Duty Ghosts?
Yeah.
I like how they have an emphasis on the dog. I hope to God...
What the hell is with that dog?
I don't know, but I hope to God that dog is playable, because that would make that the best Call of Duty game ever.
Can you sniff your ass?
You mount a gun on its back.
No. Earlier, speaking about if you forget history, you're not gonna.
You're doomed to repeat.
Yeah, you get doomed to repeat it. Guess what? The Russians used dogs with bombs on them to run under.
Oh, I got another
tanks.
achievement.
Guess what? They ran under their own tanks.
Yep.
Stupid
That's
dogs.
probably because they just didn't train them well enough, you know?
What's a
Train
YouTube
them to be
option?
like, don't go after these, go after those.
I'm gonna turn this.
But they're dogs. They're stupid.
So I'm getting her Gmail. I'm not getting.
Well, they're
anything
not
for
really
They're not
stupid.
stupid. I like dogs.
They're
I like dogs.
they're only as bad as the owners.
So yeah, trailers. I'm trying to think of something new that came out recently that we could show.
PCs didn't come out recently.
What movies are out?
Star Trek just came out.
Not
I know. End of the month is.
Fast 5.
I wasn't thinking that one. I think that might be next week actually.
Isn't
It's Friday.
isn't it Fast 6?
Fast 6. My bad.
Is it really Fast 6
Yeah.
already?
There's so many of those.
Yeah. Dude,
although-
why'd you say, oh, they're not bad movies, man.
They're really dumb movies.
Hey,
How
I
are
like
they
them.
dumb?
I like
How
4
are they
and
dumb,
5.
man?
They're dumb, dude.
How are they dumb?
1, 2, and 3 are awful.
Anyway,
I like 4 and 5. I think I'm gonna like 6, even though
What was
they're
four?
What the fuck is coming out
I
at the end
don't
of the month? I'm
remember.
trying to remember.
the one before 5.
Let's go to.
That's all I remembered in the last one. Wasn't that like
Oh.
Mexico?
No, I don't want to see that again.
What is it?
That was so
Part
dumb.
3.
That's so dumb.
Hangover.
Oh.
Oh, After Earth. Okay, we actually did that trailer already. That's
Sure. Isn't that Will Smith?
Yeah, we already did
We
that.
could do that.
Hope
We already did that trailer though.
We could do that.
We're not doing it again.
Will Smith.
No.
Will Smith.
No.
Will
The Great Gatsby.
Smith. Wait, the internship. I don't know if that'd be really good for a trailer for our thing, but we could.
What is the internship?
It's pretty much two guys getting or two like adults getting an
Oh,
internship at
with
Google. Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn and the other
Owen
Wedding
Wilson.
Crasher.
Owen Wilson.
Yeah,
Like
that's all. That's all they are. The Wedding Crasher.
the trailer was actually making David and I laugh pretty hard when we went to see Star Trek. But then again, that's because we understood the
Lone
fucking
Ranger?
jokes in there.
I feel like we should do a game trailer.
Wait, what was that?
Lone Ranger.
Who was
Lone
in
Ranger
that?
game.
Huh? No. Johnny Depp.
Yeah, that looked
Yeah,
good. Pop that one up.
Uh,
What? You don't like it?
I'm not excited for it at all.
You should be. It's Johnny Depp.
It looks like a shitty movie.
It does
Yeah,
not.
does
It looks
What's
like
wrong with that? We're here to make fun of it.
it looks like a
I
silly
feel like you should
movie.
watch a different trailer. I think I have one I want to suggest,
All
but
right.
you guys aren't going to agree with me. I was
What?
thinking the Red vs. Blue season 11 trailer.
But I thought you said movie or game.
That's technically a movie in a game.
It's a
But no,
movie in a game.
It's not a movie or a game. It's a
Gameception.
series.
It is a movie. They release the chapters of the movie as episodes. That's how they do it.
Gameception.
But I don't know. I'm just thinking if you watch them all in a row, it wouldn't really work. 'Cause it'd be like that's way too many scenes for a movie.
No, it isn't. Most movies have 20 chapters, and each season's about 20 episodes.
Yeah, but I'm saying scenes, not chapters.
Yeah, that actually works. Like, yeah.
I think you're missing what I'm saying.
No, I'm getting what you're saying. I think you're just being a retard.
No, because like scene, you know, every time like it changes to a different place it's showing.
Yeah, we're talking about an animated comedy kind of thing. I don't think the rules necessarily apply the same as to any other movie. Okay, trailer.
Trailer and go.
There we go.
Disney.
This is in fact a Disney movie.
Oh my god, a train.
Really? Trains? I like trains.
God damn it.
What?
Lightning.
I want to show you something.
Your dick? Wait.
Whip it out.
Alexander the Great. No man could travel faster than the horse that carried him.
You know what this reminded me of?
Not anymore.
Jonah Hex.
Imagine
That was an awful movie.
time and space under the master.
Yeah, it had is it Megan Fox?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fox.
I forgot her last name for like 2 seconds.
Brent Hines, the guitarist for Mastodon, is in that. He's an extra.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoever
It was
controls
a cool
this
cameo. Kind of.
controls the future.
What does this have to do with Tonto and the Lone Ranger?
It's sitting at the bad guys.
Ah, what's her face? What's her name?
Alright, so I have to say this is not the trailer I saw.
Yeah.
and
Me neither.
This,
I want to say this is the newest trailer.
A lot more Ooh, silver.
That trailer does not make it look good at all.
It makes it look better than the other one. Johnny Depp still looks retarded though.
He does look
He has a
ridiculous,
bird on his head.
But it works for Johnny Depp. It just reminds me of
Yeah.
like Jack Sparrow.
Here's my problem with this whole thing, though, is that I feel like all they're really doing is just giving him another role similar to Jack Sparrow, except instead of being a pirate, he's now a Native American.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Well, it
if
worked.
it works,
I don't know. I feel like it's not going to work. Like, I feel like it's just going to be more the same that, you know, who he's going to give a shit.
Pain and Gain. Oh my! Michael Bay made another movie.
Yeah.
I want to watch that one. Pain and Gain.
wait, is this?
We'll just like
It's with The Rock.
We'll have to do like 5
Oh,
trailers.
Yeah, let's just keep going.
This does not look like. Well, I guess.
I've
thought
heard
it
good
was-
things about this one. I'm on the fence. I haven't tried it. I haven't seen it
Yeah,
yet.
it seems weird.
I like Mark Wahlberg.
Apparently, this takes the Michael Bay movie tropes and kind of puts them into a good perspective, or something like that. Like it's a shout out to all the old ones he used to do that were actually good. Like what was that one series called?
Transformers.
No, before that.
Oh, I got hit
Two
by a
black
car.
guys.
That sucks. That's racist.
No,
Bad
no,
Boys?
it was like
Bad Boys?
yeah, Bad Boys. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, that's not racist because they actually were black guys.
Otherwise, I was looking at another 40 years of wearing sweatpants to work.
Mr. Doble, are you currently using steroids?
Yes.
They messed me up.
Don't worry, that's what we specialize in here.
Wait, were you pointing at your dick or your stomach? Or both?
Ah, Monk!
Maybe you're selfish spend some of it on the
God, what's his
salad.
name?
You know who invented salad?
Tony Shalhoub. Shalhoub?
Shalhoub?
Wait,
Okay, I want to see it just because.
that
Shalhoub-
was Monk.
Yeah,
I've
Tony
seen him in other
Shalhoub.
movies, and it's like that's weird.
He does a good job blending in the roles, though.
When's the last time you paid your rent when it was due? I got a plan to change that.
The Rock.
Where'd you do your time, pal? Up north. Are you fixed for a job now?
I'm not.
You just can't
Okay, he looks way out of place. He really does.
So illegal. Sure we can. Victor Kershaw is a criminal prick who deserves bad stuff to happen to him.
Monk is a criminal in this.
Like, The Rock looks out of place because he seems giant
Oh,
compared to
he's
everybody
so
else.
huge.
Yeah.
I'm glad that he's not doing
protein shake?
Tooth Fairy or...
Anything
Yeah.
like Kitty, yeah.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing.
I
Like,
think he's a badass now.
Admittedly, it's not that bad when he was in those silly movies, but he's better in the serious ones.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, I feel like he just can't act in general.
I think he's...
I feel like he's on the...
I think he's pretty decent.
I think he's pretty good.
I feel like
But-
he's on the level with Schwarzenegger, where he's just not...
Oh no, he's
No,
much better
yeah.
than him.
Get a pump. That's it.
He's still not the best, but better.
I know it does. That's it. Get it.
I mean, granted, he's still better than Shaquille O'Neal, but come on.
You said no violence. And I meant it when I said it, I swear to God. I cannot kill. Duly noted. Look, when this is over, we'll all go camping. All right? Okay.
Okay, Michael Bay, bad part for me, but I like Tony Shalhoub, I like Wahlberg, I like The Rock,
It could be worse.
I'll probably see it.
I'm going to look this up now because we've seen it 2 other trailers, why not?
Yeah. Although I'll probably just rent it in a Redbox movie because it probably won't go to the theater. Is movie, at least around here, tickets went up.
Yeah.
Are they what, $11 now?
I think David and I went to see the new Star Trek in 3D. It was like $13.
Yeah, but normal, isn't it 10
Well,
or
we
11
did go to the
now?
midnight showing, so that was why it was a little more expensive.
Really?
For the Iron Man 3, yeah.
Midnight showing at 9 o'clock.
That was funny, wasn't it?
Yeah, what the hell was that? I was like, do we just show up? How many hours early? 3 hours early?
Yeah, I was glad we managed to get a hold of you before it was too
Yeah,
late.
yeah, that's what I figured it was. Is, oh yeah, come in a couple hours early. But no, I was like, oh, it's showing now. Let's
book it.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Red vs. Blue, Season 11 trailer. Looking forward to this. It's going to be great. I wonder how long they're going to keep this going for.
Hey, Dennis. Were we supposed to, be doing something at, like, 4?
Well, yeah, dude. Didn't you hear about those guys?
What guys?
I don't know, those Sim Trooper guys.
Okay.
They were like these criminals that helped track down that evil dude with the secret organization.
Okay.
And they fought robots and evil AIs and bounty hunters, and there was that one big guy that was like, "Whoa!" And they threw him off a cliff, and one of them died a bunch, and another guy that was bad, then good, and there were ghosts, but after all that, they were like
Pretty
orphans
much.
and stuff.
Just get to the point.
So they were going to be transported back home.
Dennis,
Jerry,
I love you.
okay, what?
You are my friend.
I know.
I enjoy our tete-a-tetes.
Our what-a-whats?
But if you do not tell me what the hell this has to do with us in the next 5 seconds, I am going to shoot you!
Hey, I was getting there. They were going to be transported back home on a big-ass ship, and it was supposed to stop by for refueling today, okay?
Oh. So then, where are they?
Not my fault. Absolutely your fault.
Well, looks like we're gonna be here a while. Better build some bases. Griff, Simmons, let's get to work.
Yes, sir. Oh, work? I hate work. Work's the worst. I think I'm going to regret this.
I am so looking forward to that.
Oh, that's
I do
so
like
good.
how it sounds like it's just pretty much back to the team.
With the exception of Church being replaced with Washington. I wonder if they're going to ever touch back on Church in Carolina, or are they going to be just gone?
See, I have no idea what you're talking about now.
Right, you haven't seen 10 yet.
I don't think I have either.
How far
Yeah.
have you gotten? I know
Whatever
you
you gave me.
Okay, so you haven't seen 9 or 10 yet?
Sure.
You should check online for those. It's
Okay.
pretty good. I know they have all of Season 9 on YouTube right now. I think they're working on getting Season 10 all the way on there.
Nice.
But he could probably just watch them on the Rooster Teeth site.
Well, yeah, but I know for some people, like I know Tim, he tries to watch everything on his phone, and you can't get Rooster Teeth on your phone.
No,
At least as far as I know, you can't get Bing, which is what they put all their stuff on your phone.
Well, you probably
Yeah,
can if you use a Windows phone.
Speaking of which,
No, I try to use it on my phone. It doesn't work.
If you use a Windows phone.
Is it Android essentially Windows?
No.
Oh, okay.
Droid.
No, completely different. There's the Windows mobile operating system.
Okay.
And there's Android, and then there's iPhone.
I need to get Wi-Fi back. I've used 16% of my data in one day.
Damn.
That sucks.
Wait, how much is your data? Like how much?
2 gigs. I used to be at 5 gigs. Then they
Too
cut me down.
expensive?
No, I had an older plan, gave me 5
Digs.
gigs, and then one day they're like, "Oh no, we're switching."
Like
2 gigs.
What have you done on your phone to use that much? Which I mean, it's not that much, but
I download a lot of podcasts.
oh,
Lots of porn too.
Yeah.
yeah,
Wait,
that
what?
makes sense. I
Oh,
mean,
did you hear that Rooster Teeth actually started a new podcast this past week? It's the Game Hour. It's where they focus on just talking about games.
Oh,
Yeah.
I will have to download that.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be keeping up with that one while trying to catch up with the other one. So,
I started in the beginning, then started working my way back. I'm back to 2011.
I am in the midst of 2011 as well, I think. Maybe 2012.
October, I think.
We
will meet in the middle.
I am at the part where Gavin just rejoins the podcast, so...
I don't know. I never keep track of when he was going.
Well, no, they made a big deal. Like, he'd been gone for so long, then it was his first podcast back in America, so...
I see.
So how long have we been going?
I don't know, we're over an hour now. I think we're about an hour 20. Oh, yeah, got that. That was good.
Hour 24.
Hey, I got it close.
7, 8, 9.
Okay, I don't think...
Hey, count the sub-seconds.
What did the... Ah, fuck.
Just... number.
No, it's like
number.
Okay, so, do you want to just cut it here and then we'll do a Let's Play or something?
Hi-ho.
Yes, okay then. So that was the Three-Way Podcast. Thanks for joining us once again. Yeah. Tune in next week for more stuff.
Yeah.
See ya.